here to talk about string gauges, okay? Specifically if you're someone that's a little bit maybe inexperienced or uneducated on strings and guitar playing, maybe you're new to it, maybe you're a beginner, that sort of thing. Stick around for this video. Hopefully I'll point you in the right direction a little bit and give you something to kind of consider and think about for the time being, so you can help get this ball rolling and figure out the guitar journey, because it can be pretty intense and intimidating at times. Alright, so string gauges, it's a popular debate, whether it's like about preference or feel or sound or whatever. Like a lot of the other videos I've done previously, if you haven't checked them out, please feel free to check them out. I'm gonna say, for the most part, again, like with plectrums and guitars and all that sort of stuff, a lot of this stuff is based in preference, right? But you can only get a preference in something when you do go out there and try different strings, different plectrums, different guitars, just kind of experiment. I spent the first 10 years of my guitar playing trying every single thing I possibly could and just finding what sticks, finding what works for me. Sometimes I would stick with something for a few years and then change it as well. So you're always got to kind of adjust and ebb and flow with the entire journey of the situation here. But to help you if you're new to this, all right, you've got string gauges such as 9 to 42 and 9 to 46 and 10 to 46 and all these gauges, right? If you're a guitar player that plays in standard tuning, maybe sometimes drop D, you play a bit of rock, punk, blues, all of these kind of what I would refer to as normal genres of music, not extreme genres of music or incredibly deep kind of sub-genres or anything like that. The top and bottom of it is, right, is 9 to 42 or 10 to 46 gauge strings are going to be absolutely more than enough for you for your guitar playing journey, at least for the foreseeable future in terms of the thickness of the strings, right? Because they're designed to feel the best and play the best and play the smoothest. It's not going to kind of hurt your fingers or anything because they're quite slick. They're considered thin to medium. So you can move around quite easily, quite quickly, that sort of thing, which is kind of where you want to be aiming for and what you want to be considering and thinking about when you're new and kind of early on to your guitar journey, alright? Whereas if you want to explore later down the line, maybe some open tunings or drop tunings like drop C, B, maybe dadgad for open tunings, things like that, I would strongly consider that you do some research and look into compensating the string gauge for the tuning, alright? That's the most important thing to consider. For example, I have a guitar at home that's tuned to drop C, which I use in 10 to 52 gauge strings. Some people might play in drop C with 11 to 56, for example, as well. So we're talking much thicker gauges versus 9 to 42, which I just previously mentioned. But that way, you're going to compensate for having it lower, so it's not going to be slack. It's going to feel correct. It's going to feel just like you were playing in drop D or standard tuning, but you're in that lower tuning, alright? I also have a baritone in drop B and drop A with 12 to 64 gauge strings on it, for example. They are super thick, but when you're playing it, it doesn't feel that way because I've compensated for the tuning, and it's scientifically within playing the guitar, it makes sense that way, okay? So, if you're confused, if you're lost, whatever, my recommendation from experience would be stick with 9 to 42 or 10 to 46 if you're playing a Strat style guitar, Les Paul style guitar, that sort of thing. You're going to be absolutely fine. You can play all genres comfortably and nice with those gauge strings and have no issues, okay? If you're going to explore into drop tunings and open tunings, definitely please do a bit of research and consider maybe upping the gauge to an 11 set, a 12 set, that sort of thing, and it's going to help you out massively long time for the compensation of that. And your guitar is going to be thankful as well, because you're not going to be messing up the guitar tension and the setup, because you have done the research and the time and you've made that compensation decision for the string and the tuning, basically. So please do a bit of thinking and a bit of research into it. Don't damage the guitar. Enjoy playing guitar, and thank you once again for watching. Peace.